Good evening and welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education for July 11, 2022. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence for our armed forces and for those in the community that have lost loved ones, especially the mother of Patty Lord, the father of Laura Brand, the sister of Eileen McKinnon, the grandfather of Gino Palmieri, and the grandfather of Marissa DeSisto. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the oath of office for our newly elected board members. Congratulations to Reshmi Bose, Cheryl Reynolds, and Lisa Roll. Lisa Roll and Reshmi Bose are not in attendance tonight, but Cheryl Reynolds, can you please stand and take your oath of office? Okay. Would you like to read it? Raise your right hand.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of office of school board member for the Yorktown Central School District according to the best of my ability for 3 years, beginning July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2025.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Holding President Jackie Carbone.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Yvette, can you please stand and take the oath?
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the District Clerk according to the best of my ability for the 2022-23 school year. Thank you. Okay. Dr. Hatter, read his oath. Please raise your right hand.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Office of Superintendent of Schools for the Yorktown Central School District according to the best of my ability for the 2022-23 school year.
Thank you. I will now call for nominations for the President of the Board of Education.
I'll
First,
nominate Jackie Carbone.
Second. So moved, whatever.
seconded by Peter Bisaccia. Do I have any other nominations for Board President? No? There are no further nominations. Congratulations, Jackie Carbone. You've been elected to Board President of the Yorktown Central School District. I'm sorry? Oath of office. I'm gonna mute him. Okay.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the President of the Board of Education for the Yorktown Central School District according to the best of my ability for the 22-23 school year. Thank you.
Turn over the meeting to Jackie Carbone.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
I would like to call for nominations for Vice President for the Board.
I nominate Mike Vignani for Vice President.
Okay, anybody else nominated? No? Okay, can I have a second? I'll second it. Mike, you are the Vice President.
Okay,
Can you please stand and take your,
I can. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Office of Vice President of the Board of Education for the Yorktown Central School District according to the best of my ability for the 2022-23 school year.
thank you. Okay. Going to go on to board appointments. Resolved that the Board of Education makes the following appointments for the 22-23 school year. Deputy District Treasurer Elisa Savarskin, Deputy Treasurer Joanne Duarte, and Claims Auditor Steve Robbins. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Yvette, they'll take their oaths?
Alicia did, yes, she just did earlier today, and I'll do the oaths later on
Okay.
during the month.
So we're going to go to other appointments.
Oh, I just also want to mention Lisa Roll and Reshmi Bose will also be taking the oath.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Resolved that the Board of Education makes the appointments listed below A through X for the 22-23 school year. Because that's just the way they are.
They've always been like that.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye, opposed? Designations. Resolved that the Board of Education approves the following designations for the 22-23 school year. It's A through G. A, designate signatures, claims auditor warrant. B, designate the following banks for the purpose of certificates of deposit. Oh, you can just, I'm not going to read them all. Go ahead.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Authorizations, resolve the Board of Education approves the following authorizations for the 22-23 school year. It's A through Q.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Supplemental defense and indemnification. A motion to approve the supplemental defense and indemnification resolution as stated below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Can I have a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We will be back after, oh, wait a minute. I got it. Welcome to Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for July 11, 2022. Can I have a motion to go into executive session to review the employment history of a particular individual and negotiations under the Taylor Law?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Thank you. Can I have a motion to go back into public session?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for July 11, 2022. I'm going to ask for a public comment number 1, agenda-related items. Did anybody sign up? Nope. So we can move right on to the superintendent's update, Ron.
All right, good evening, everyone, and to those who are viewing at home. We had a very busy start to our summer, but before we talk about that, we had a wonderful end to our school year. We had absolutely beautiful moving up ceremonies at Brookside, Mohansick, Crampon Middle School, and it culminated with an amazing graduation ceremony June 25th at Yorktown High School, right out on the turf field. It was warm that day, but just a terrific ceremony celebrating our students. So my thanks to all who were involved in planning. We had a lot of traffic on our campus that day, and everything was so well planned and so well executed. So my thanks to all who were involved in the planning and preparation for our moving up and graduation ceremonies. We've hit the ground running this summer. We have our extended school year program up and running. We have our summer reading program up and running. There are some different camps that are happening on the high school, middle school campus. So we have hundreds and hundreds of students and staff and cars coming through our campus. It's a busy summer thus far. We've now closed out our fiscal year for 2021-2022. We've transitioned to the 2022-23 fiscal year, and we have Mrs. Sanfilippo here, who has taken the helm as Assistant Superintendent for Business, and she has acclimated herself to our business office already and to our district, and we welcome Mrs. Ammerling, who is a familiar face in a different role. We welcome her from Brookside School principalship to our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, and already we've formed such a dynamic team, and I look forward to our continued work together in the district in service of our students and our community. We'll continue to have a busy summer. Our ESY program will run through the middle of August. Our summer reading program will run for 2 more weeks after this week. We also have a program happening at the middle school for summer academic support. We have fall athletics that will start August 22nd, and we're looking forward to that, but we don't want to rush that. So we're enjoying all the good work that's happening here this summer. We have many facility renovations and upgrades that are happening this summer. Each of our schools are experiencing some type of construction work. So at our 3 elementary schools, the board, and my thanks to our steering committee and to the Board of Education here for your foresight and support to install air conditioning in the large instructional spaces and cafeterias. So in our gymnasiums and cafeterias across the district will experience air conditioning, and that is something that's most welcome. And beyond the air conditioning, the air filtration is also something that I think is worth noting. So we upgrade our systems to just a terrific MERV rating that really provides great filtration and a fresher experience for our students. With regard to the high school, we're looking at the cafeteria and making some upgrades in the cafeteria as well. I'm looking forward to welcoming our students back in September to a refreshed space. We're also doing the same with regard to a cafeteria renovation at Crown Pond, and again, welcoming our students to a refreshed space there. And then finally, our middle school not finally, actually, there are 2 projects. Our middle school gymnasium is being upgraded, and we're hoping to commence work on the large scoreboard outside on our turf field. So lots going on, great instructional programs, great athletic programs, great camps happening. The offices are extremely busy, PPS, facilities, technology, HR, business office, curriculum office with our curriculum planning, great facility projects happening, lots going on this summer, all wonderful. I appreciate the board and all of the support that you've provided to us to make sure that all of this work can come to fruition. So I thank you, and I look forward to providing some updates throughout the summer to our community.
Ron, just a note on the elementary schools that have the construction work going down. Can you just talk to the community about their use of our fields while I'm being careful while we're using those?
Yes, we completely recognize that many of our students attend a half-day camp throughout the course of the summer, and we recognize that our community playgrounds are used by our students, and there are play dates and gatherings that happen on those playgrounds. And at those playgrounds, we just ask that you be mindful of all the construction that's happening. There are staging areas that are at each of the schools. Just please be careful as you access any of our campuses, not just limited to the elementary schools, but as you access any of our campuses, just please keep an eye out for your children and the areas of the campus that they're accessing. Please try to limit your visit to the playground areas, because we're keeping those playground areas free of construction materials and building materials. We just want to make sure that everyone's safety is maintained, and we do have security personnel at each campus. We certainly ask that you follow their directions as you come onto our campus. They'll direct you with regard to traffic, and they'll direct you away from areas where you shouldn't be. So if they ask you to move away from an area, please follow their directions.
Thank you. Okay. We're going to go to board action items. Can I have a motion to accept the board minutes for the June 6, 2022 meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Personnel, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following resolutions A and B be approved.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following be approved. Under certified personnel, we have appointments, part-time and temporary appointments. Under other compensation, there's extra duty for the summer programs, teacher lead coordinators, coaches, and co-curricular. We have unpaid leave, some resignations. Under classified personnel, we have appointments to civil service, part-time appointments, additions to substitute list, police monitors, resignation for the purpose of retirement, and other resignations.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Business office. A motion to approve the 22-23 agreements for videography services as listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Be it resolved that the board president is hereby authorized to execute a retainer agreement with the law firm of Shaw Pearlson, May and Lambert LLP for legal services during the 22-23 school year at an annual retainer fee of $85,000. A copy of said agreement shall be incorporated by reference within the minutes of this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to extend the contract with Aramark for food service management effective July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Yes.
Just wanted to make a quick comment. I appreciate you allowing me to do that. The USDA extended the free lunch program for all through the 2022-23 school year.
Oh, wow.
So that is something that was just recently passed, and there was an appropriation that came with that. So, yeah, as we're extending this contract, I thought it appropriate to share with our community that the USDA free lunch program for all students is extended for the entire 2022-23 school year.
Fantastic. All right. Okay, weather monitors. Motion to designate the principals and assistant principals at Yorktown High School, Mildred East Strang Middle School, Crampond Elementary School, Brookside Elementary School, and Mohansick Elementary School as weather monitors to inform and guide the use of outdoor tents for the 22-23 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, Ron, can you just explain that?
Sure. One of the functions of having a tent and to have the tents that we had erected outside of each of our schools permitted by the state required the designation of a weather monitor in each school. And what that weather monitor does is essentially what the principals do every day in making the determination as to whether it'll be an indoor or an outdoor recess. They'll look at temperatures, precipitation, wind conditions, and any other weather that may pose a threat and make a determination as to whether it'll be an outdoor or indoor recess. So with the tents in place, and we've removed the tents in 4 of our 5 schools. However, in passing this resolution, should we have to go back to adding the tents, we now have personnel in place as required by SED for the permitting of tents on a school campus.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? ERS, TRS, whereas the Board of Education has previously established a retirement contribution reserve fund and a New York State Teachers Retirement Sub-Fund for the payment of retirement contributions pursuant to general municipal law, be it resolved that the Board hereby appropriates and makes transfers from the ERS fund to the general fund in the amount of $500,000 and from the TRS sub-fund to the general fund in the amount of $500,000 for the payment of the 22-23 retirement contributions.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I motion to establish $60 per hour rate of pay for police officer monitors for the 22-23 school year.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby accepts a letter proposal from KSQ dated January 17, 2022 for architectural and engineering services in connection with the procurement and installation of a new scoreboard at the Yorktown High School Outdoor Stadium as presented to the Board at this meeting, which will be an addendum to the master agreement between the district and KSQ dated May 1, 2018, and authorizes the Board President to execute the letter proposal on behalf of the district. A copy of such letter proposal is incorporated by reference within the minutes of this meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, Ron, this is the scoreboard is actually coming from a DASNY grant. It is not something that the district is paying for. Is that correct?
Correct. The scoreboard was part of a DASNY grant that the district applied for, and we were successfully awarded. However, there is some site work required from an electrical and a trenching standpoint to be able to move the scoreboard to a location that's more visible to the home bleachers. So anyone who's been onto that turf field knows that the scoreboard, if it were positioned just a little bit more to the right, would be in an ideal location, and that's what we're doing with this. So there's some site work that has to be completed. However, we have not, the scoreboard is the lion's share of this project, and that was awarded through a
And
grant.
it's a huge video, it's not just a scoreboard, it's a huge digital board, correct?
There are, so I would equate it to a larger version of the beautiful board that we have in the high school gymnasium. So it has many capabilities. It's not just a scoreboard, it's a fully digital display where you can put simulcasts of games out there, of graduation ceremonies, of just about any other purpose it can serve. It can crowd engagement, community engagement. There are so many different things that we can do with this board. And I would equate it to just a larger version of what we have in the high school gymnasium.
Terrific, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Health and welfare, a motion to approve the contract for health and welfare services provided to resident pupils attending non-public schools in other districts for the 21-22 school year. This is for Tarrytown.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed. A motion to approve the budget transfers as listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed. Whereas the Board of Education has previously established a tax certiorari reserve fund for the payment of tax refunds pursuant to orders and judgments in tax certiorari proceedings known as the Tax Certiorari Reserve Fund, be it resolved that the Board hereby appropriates and makes transfers, and the transfer was already made on 6/15 due to legal requirement for payment, from the Tax Certiorari Reserve Fund to the General Fund for a school tax refund to Cat Hill Associates LLC in the amount of $4,855.59 for the 2021 tax year.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed. A motion to accept the change orders from Grace Contracting for the summer 2022 district-wide improvement projects as listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed. Curriculum and instruction, a motion to approve the following Yorktown Congress of Teachers professional improvement proposals as listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed. Special ed. A motion to approve the CSE and members for the 22-23 school year. Is there, that's it?
So moved.
That's it, that's a motion.
So
Second.
moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. A motion to arrange the placements as listed below for July 11th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I didn't hear the ayes.
We both said.
Sorry. A motion to approve the instructional services agreement between Beacon City School District as sending district and the Yorktown Central School District as receiving district for one student from Beacon City School District to attend a special education program in the Yorktown Central School District from July 1st, 2022 to June 25th, 2023, as presented to the board at this meeting at a tuition rate of $84,949.65, inclusive of tuition-related services and a one-on-one certified teaching assistant, with a tuition rate subject to change based upon NICED rate changes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to approve the attached amendments and contracts to the following vendor agreements for the 22-23 school year, and they are listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to accept with gratitude the following gifts, grants, and donations. For Yorktown High School Athletics, $8,552 from the parents of the 21-22 ice hockey team to offset costs for the ice hockey. $1,000 from an anonymous donor for the Jason Foley Memorial Scholarship Fund. $500 cash from an anonymous donor for the Charlie Murphy Lacrosse Scholarship Fund. $250 from Peter Cariello for the Peter Cariolo Commitment Scholarship Fund. $100 from Eric Cariolo for the Peter Cariolo Commitment Scholarship Fund. And Mohansick, $955 from the Yorktown SEPTA for the purchase of a replacement color printer and printing supplies. At Brookside, $922.62 from the Yorktown SEPTA for the purchase of classroom supplies to support student needs. At the middle school, $750 from Yorktown SEPTA to purchase silly bands to support students within the classroom. And at Yorktown High School, $987 from Yorktown SEPTA for the purchase of adaptive tools to support the life skills program, and as well as a tree from the Yorktown High School drama student Allison Triani.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed. Okay, we're up to board comments. Mike, I'll start with you.
Well, welcome to our newest assistant superintendents, Lisa and Deirdre, and happy to have you aboard. And I hope everyone has a wonderful summer, and we'll see you in August, late August, I guess. That's about all.
Okay. Cheryl?
I would just echo Mike's comments. I want to say welcome to Lisa and Deirdre, and I definitely am looking forward to working with both of you for at least my 3 years, and maybe even longer. I don't know how much longer, but yeah, I look forward to working with both of you in the upcoming years.
Okay. Pete, did you have anything you wanted to say? Okay. I would also like to welcome Lisa and Deirdre, and congratulations to Cheryl and Reshmi and Lisa for their reelections. It'll be nice to have our board back together again.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody has a great summer. We are working hard on construction, and I hope everybody is going to be excited to see what we have come September. Ron? You guys, nothing? Okay. So we're up to public comment number 2. Did anybody want to speak? Then can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good night, everyone.